right, we are the Social Sippers. This is
Stephanie Clemens.
I'm Jessica Maloney, and we are here with our very special guest,
Lucky Montoya.
Lucky Montoya. I didn't think your name was real when she first texted to me.
Well, my given name's Luciano, but everybody, about the only one that called me that is when I'm in trouble.
Yeah, your wife.
Luciano Montoya.
Or my mom. Yeah. So try not to get in trouble. And
then you won't get called that crazy name. Is that what you're saying?
I love the name. Don't get me wrong. It's
right. There's not very
many.
In
Ohio, you know
exactly.
how many people can say Luciano?
No. Not many.
So,
not many. No.
So let's go with Lucky. My grandfather called me that. So.
Oh.
He'd say Lucky Lou.
Lucky Lou? Oh. Is your middle name Lou? He would just say that, Lucky Lou.
No, it's probably like Lindsay Lou. I have a Lindsay, and I call her Lindsay Lou.
Oh.
It's just some iteration,
That's funny.
Yeah. What's funny is he didn't speak. He spoke English perfectly, but it was like a pride thing not to speak to his grandchildren in English.
Yeah.
So he always spoke to us in Spanish. So it'd be like when he said Lucky Lou, it's funny because he was always saying everything in Spanish.
Everything in Spanish except for that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, huh? What?
Yeah. Right. It's serious.
It was to get your attention. Instead of saying the F word, he would say Lucky Lou.
I don't know if he ever said the F word. That's interesting. I say it a lot. Maybe that's where we got it from. Yeah.
Stop.
So, Lucky, go ahead.
So we are the Social Sippers, and Lucky decided he wanted coffee. And then he said, I've had a rough morning, so can I change my mind? And I said, of course you can. He said, bourbon sounds much better. So I had to go out and buy some special bourbon for our special guest. And this one is Middle West Spirits. It's straight weeded bourbon whiskey. So we're supporting our farmers here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of your morning, some people say they had a rough morning, but you actually had it's a bit of a challenging morning.
Yeah.
You did a lot more this morning than most people do in a lifetime, really.
Right?
Sure. I wish I was good looking. I could be that beer commercial most interesting man in the world.
Dos Equis.
Yeah. But God gave me this. So I deal with it.
We got this mug instead.
Yeah, let's just get drunk instead. Maybe I'll get better looking.
Oh, funny. Most people do. All right. Cheers to good looking and drunk.
Salud.
Ooh,
It smells good.
it does.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't waste my time smelling it. Not bad. Not a weak guy either. That's good.
That is good. I like it.
Yeah. Good job, Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, it's caramely.
Mm-hmm. It is caramely.
Yeah.
I like it.
For a week,
smoky.
too. A week's not usually that caramel.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's some smoky on the back.
Yeah, there's
very
smoky on the
smoky.
back.
That's
yeah.
what I'm getting.
And dark pumpernickel. Did you taste that?
Pumpernickel?
Not sure what
Dark pumpernickel. I don't know what the difference
bread.
between light and dark
'Cause
pumpernickel.
there's-
It's more
yeah.
potent, right?
What's a pumpernickel?
It's it's a bread. It's
Like the Reuben bread?
Yes. That's a swirl.
No, that's a rye.
That's a rye swirl.
rye, sorry.
Pumpernickel is very dark bread. There's a lot of flavor.
Okay.
You don't grow
I'm not picking
pumpernickel
it up
seeds?
yet.
No, I think we need to Google this. I'm not sure you guys know what
You think
pumpernickel
we're
is.
5 minutes into this and we're throwing around bullshit already? One sip of whiskey, now we're full.
Never
We need to
know.
Google stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. All right, so
It's like, maybe he's right.
our special guest is a jack of many trades,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I guess. Master and none.
Master.
That's the best way to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you're auctioneer by trade.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Do you think is that what you've been doing the longest or not?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Auctioneer.
Sales. I tell you, I love sales. I've been in sales my whole life. So auctioneering is what I prefer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to talk mostly about the auctioneering.
Cool.
And then you show some pigs.
Me and my son.
Is it just pigs?
Or our family. We raise show hogs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mostly Tamworth and Hereford breeds.
You're making this up.
No.
We need to Google this.
No, they're not pumpernickels, but they are a rare breed. They'd be probably more on the, meat side of things.
Okay.
So
How much does the average show hog weigh?
to show, well, it depends on where you're showing. If you're showing a 4-H or FFA project, it's usually 220 to 6280 is what they're preferred. The magical number right now in the show industry is like 250, 260 to win. In the 4-H and FFA market, we show a lot in the breeding aspect side of the things, and what we're not really caring about weight, we're just looking at condition and look and where they're at.
How soft their skin is.
I was about to say,
how
and
pretty
what
their
character
teeth
traits are you looking
It's funny you say that because hair's
How
a
they
big
stand,
thing right
like-
now. And
They need hair,
Hair?
or
it's a big thing, which I hate.
non-patchy hair or like
No hair,
what?
like fluffy, pretty.
fluffy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know pigs could have fluffy hair.
Let me tell you, they're making it happen. And
All the
it's-
products out there now.
Right.
What's funny is
Right?
they do. And the funny thing is you don't eat it.
Right.
Why would you want
right.
fluffy hair? I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you eat the tail somehow. I mean, I know
Right.
that,
Right.
But the hair on it, it's a trend.
A trend.
Oh, like the hairy cattle?
Yes.
Is it okay? Like the Highland, is that a Highland cow? I think maybe, I don't know
Well,
for
all
sure,
cattle
but
now are they're breeding to Highlands to get that
yeah.
genetic in them. So to get the hair, so it's a big
Do they look like that?
fluffy. Yeah.
Okay, so when we air this, we're gonna have her put a couple pictures up of whatever those breeds were that you just made up.
Herefords and Tams.
Yeah. And-
Let me send you the pictures.
okay.
Because the old ones, Tamworths used to look like anteaters. They had real long snouts.
Oh, yeah. And now they
the
don't.
show industry, we've kind of bred so much into them to make them look more like a show hog.
Interesting.
Are they pretty intelligent or no?
Very. I'd say the smartest livestock or even animal out there. I'd say they match with, well, I don't know about dolphins or anything, but they communicate well. They're
Hogs do?
yes. They're very clean. People think they're dirty. They go to the restroom in the same spot, unless they're old. In the same spot every time. We train them to walk with a whip or a show stick, I guess. I wouldn't say a whip's a bad word because animal rights people are going to say, "Oh my God, you're whipping your hogs," but it's just a tool to help them move. So.
And they're receptive to
So,
that.
so
Oh,
when you show
definitely.
them, you have to like walk them up and down the judges, or walk them in a
Walk in
circle,
front of the
like
judge, yeah. There's patterns. There's all kinds of things. Big thing right now. When I was a kid, we didn't do this, but now it's like keeping their heads up in the air, keeping them strutting, keeping them looking.
Oh.
Google it. There's a TikTok girl that's real famous right now. I can't even remember her name. She's from California, and she's got these like dagger eyes, and she was on the New York Times and everything. So it's
for
all-
show pigs,
Yeah.
or
Do the hogs enjoy being shown?
I think so. Some don't. You'll get one that's cantankerous as hell. You might as well just give up. But they're like humans. I mean, anything.
if they have a bad
They're just
morning,
doing
they're
something,
done.
It's just like it's like in real estate. Try not to say it.
It's a true
You
statement.
guys had those clients.
Ooh, yesterday was a doozy. It was a roller coaster, man.
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
One for the books.
Might as
Exactly.
well just pack up and go home.
Right, exactly. Pour
You're
yourself
on
a
your own.
bourbon.
Yep. Find your own home.
Oh, funny.
We're gonna move on to another hog.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. So then, okay, so the show hogs, and do you still breed dogs?
Somewhat. We backed off that after COVID. Everybody got a dog.
So you can
So it
keep
slowed
up,
down a little?
or-
Well, that and just people stop buying dogs.
Yeah.
So why raise them if people can't enjoy them? I mean, you don't want to. They just have litters just to, and then you don't know what. So we've just slowed down on that. So it's picking back up again.
Oh, so you are gonna
Well,
do it
yeah,
again?
okay. 5 years
we've
later, that makes sense.
continued, but we've backed off because,
They're not as popular
Yes.
right now.
What type of dog?
mostly designer, anything with poodle.
Oh, I have a golden doodle.
Yeah.
He's
we
my
was-
best friend.
Well,
This is so-
And if you
funny.
could have a pig, that could be your best friend too.
I
Yeah.
washed a hog at the fair one time, and it was a fun time.
It was a
Yeah.
It was fun.
oh, washing pigs is a blast.
It,
It is.
because they enjoy it so
Yeah.
much and they
Is
move
this a
around.
PG rated show? 'Cause
It's
no,
whatever
we
you want
click
it
not
to
for
be.
kids. Like when we posted on YouTube.
washing
it
a
says-
pig would be like getting in a soapy wash and wrestling me.
It was
Yes, it's fun. Tickle and
It was like it. I've
Yeah.
never experienced anything like it. I was entertained.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Our new venture in the hogs. Man, I don't know why we're talking about pigs. I think we're supposed to talk about pigs.
We are,
We
but
got
we're
an
getting
hour.
there. We're getting there. Exactly.
They're called Michons, and they are like miniature pigs.
Oh.
I don't know about
Are you
that.
going to get some of those?
Oh, we do. We have a
Oh,
litter,
you do?
We have a litter on the ground right now, and they're the cutest. They look like Dumbo. They got ears like.
Really?
Yeah.
Are those the kind that people like keep in their houses?
Well, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't keep any pig in my house. I don't like animals in my house.
You just like them outside.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, they're just cute. We got them because the mothers are extremely good at nursing pigs that we, their mom died.
Oh,
They're
taken
nurse house,
over.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we got them because of that. She'll stay in milk for 8 months as long as you got somebody sucking on her.
Huh. Interesting.
So, and
Just
she'll
like a
keep them
factory.
healthy too.
Oh.
So,
The
but she's
little.
Mm-hmm.
And how big do they get?
A little bit bigger. They're probably
Like a small.
100 pounds.
A medium dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Kona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 80. Yeah.
Big Buster. He's 100. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure,
There
yeah,
you go.
pictures of her.
That's funny.
No, they're. She had 9.
She had 9?
She had 10, but one died.
Oh.
So.
That little thing can have 9?
Oh my
little,
gosh,
and
yeah. But they're like this big.
Oh.
I know it is. It's like when you hold them, you're like scared. You're like, oh my god.
like it's going to,
Yeah.
slide right out. You're like, oh, shit.
And then it turns into a pig, and you're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, it's interesting. I don't know. We've done some research on them. Supposedly, their oil is the most pure oil because that's where we get lard from as pigs.
Right.
But
But
their
there's
oil is the most pure oil that you can make.
interesting. So is that going to be the next big trend then? You think?
I don't know about
Then you better
trend.
start
We're
getting
gonna
a
try
lot.
it. We're gonna try it. I don't know about. We don't.
The
Start your own
fountain of
TikTok.
youth over
There
there.
you go.
We don't create many trends at the farm, but we try things. So, if it catches on, that'll be interesting.
There you go. There you go.
So,
And then on the farm, you just have animals, right? You don't do.
we raised
Well, you have.
some crops, but it's most of our ground's leased, and then I haven't done vegetables in a couple of years.
Oh, you haven't.
Because I can't find help.
That's a big.
They're running
that's
off
a
all our
truth.
help.
Uh-oh. We are not political.
Different conversation.
different podcast. Oh, funny. Okay, so auctioning. So when did you start auctioning?
1996.
Oh, you're old.
Yeah, look.
We just cover ours up.
Yeah, see.
Okay, and what did you start auctioning at that point in time? 'Cause
Well,
you were
I
big
just,
into autos, right?
Yeah, well, at that time, I was still living in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Had just gotten married, and then we were in New Mexico, and then we was here visiting.
Mm-hmm.
I was still doing some livestock sales, and we was here visiting, and went to a few car auctions and tried out, and they hired me, and then my wife had gotten a job working at a goat dairy farm. And so we moved here thinking, well, we'll be here for a few years and then move back. And, kids, life, everything
It
happened.
just happened, yep.
So we're still here.
Wow.
So why did you audition? Like, did you always know that you could do the auctioneer
You're
thing? Or were
practicing.
you
No,
just like,
I grew
hey,
up-
you know what, let
I
me
grew
just
up around
see.
a livestock auction.
Ah.
And we'd go there as kids, and my family would take their livestock there. So I grew up there, and I always thought it was cool. Those guys would wear these cool cowboy hats, starch jeans, ostrich boots. I mean, they look
the
cool.
crisp white shirt.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, man, that dude's got it going on. So I'm like, I'm going to be an auctioneer. So then I went to auctioneer school. My first paycheck for selling livestock was like $80. I'm like, dude, how do you afford to look like you do? Yeah. Rolled in on a brand new dually Chevy truck. You're looking, what the heck? And he says, well, I sell cars. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, how do you get in that deal? So then he took me over to what was called the Albuquerque Auto Auction at the time. And I did a couple of those, and I was like, man, that's kind of cool. And then when we was visiting here in Ohio, I looked it up, and there was car auctions everywhere. Because
Oh, yeah,
out
good
west,
point.
you don't need as many cars. And so I went to a couple of them and got hired. And
So were you doing it for someone, or were you?
yeah, there's big corporate companies that run those auctions. ADT was the very first one that I got hired onto, and ADT at the time was a surveillance company, and they decided to get in the car auction business. And so The other big one is Mannheim Auto Auctions, and they are owned by the Cox organization, which is newspapers.
Oh.
And so, pretty much that's all I did for 17, 18 years. I did a little bit of estate work and some real estate. And I was doing the cars when me and you met.
Because you were going up to Detroit.
Yes.
At that point in time,
Yeah.
too.
So, and it was a lot of travel. It was 4 or 5 days a week. And so then just got tired of the travel. Got tired of, you got old, got gray. So I was like.
But then the auto auctioning, like that in 2007, that kind of.
Well.
Or it got bigger then? What was the situation then?
Actually, that was another deal where technology took over. The guys that are doing it now are in this type of format. Used to be it used to be where
Live
we'd
and in
be
person.
standing right there and the car would come from us. We'd describe the car, then we'd auction it, and then it'd roll on, and they'd bring in another car, another car.
So how does that work in the format like this?
They got computer screens, and so the cars, they just video the car. The auctioneer sits there, and there's another screen with bidders all over the country, and they just sell it on the internet. We do that now with estate sales too.
Really?
Right. So what do you put? So like now you're mainly just estates. You're not car, because that seems very technical and like a lot. You need a lot of manpower for something like that, or not to watch screens and.
Yeah. When COVID hit, we had to change everything.
Right.
Everything in the auction business changed.
Right.
The car industry was already there, and us guys that were doing estate sales and stuff like that and real estate were flirting with it. And then COVID hit, and we had no other choice.
Right.
For us to make a living, we had to find a way to do internet, and it blew up when COVID hit. That was amazing.
Because everyone was bored. They were like, what should I buy?
We do a farm equipment auction once a year, and huge crowd. We'd sell probably 800-900 lots of farm equipment, and then COVID hit, and we was getting ready to have that sale. Well, then they said you can't have crowds. I mean, we'd have 1,500 to 2,000 people there.
Jeez. At a farm for how much?
For a farm auction, yes.
Wow.
And so then they're like, you can't have that. And we're like, well, no we can. And they're like, no, you can't. And I was like, all right. So the company that was managing our software said, why don't you just take all that equipment, put it online? And we was nervous. We thought, there's no way a $50,000 tractor is going to sell to somebody on the internet.
Right.
Sure enough.
It did?
Yeah. Oh, I think that first sale we did online was right at $400,000.
Wow.
And this is right after COVID. So, I mean, it took us about, COVID hit, and they stopped everything, and then it took us about 6 to 8 months to get everything figured out. Luckily, a lot of the farmers were like, because we thought they would say, no.
Right, exactly.
I ain't going to let
Demographically,
you sell I ain't going to let you sell that on the internet.
Right.
And they're like, well, what other off chance do we have? We don't need this piece of equipment.
Get it.
Let's try it.
Right.
And it worked out beautifully. So.
Huh.
Luckily, I came from a background where that technology was already being tested in the car business. And so I understood. We had this computer screens and stuff. We were selling stuff. We still had crowds prior to COVID. But we also had internet bidders. And so
so it was a mix of both.
Yes, we was doing both. And that's what we're doing mostly now. Is
that more difficult than like everyone being there?
Yeah.
Live?
It is and it isn't. I mean, you learn to adapt because the last thing you do is check the computer screen. You take all the floor bids, and actually, it's been nice because they can bid up to the day of the auction, and we have a starting bid.
Oh, good point.
So, if once we get it cataloged and put on the internet, people can start bidding, and you can go to the website, bid to lucky.com or walnutharvest.com, and
shameless plug.
Yeah.
Right, we'll make sure it's on there.
I'm going to plug everything.
Yeah.
I'm a salesman. But anyways, you can go to the...
Says 90 seconds was that he was a salesman.
Right. But you could go to that, and we have 3 different options, just live auction, no internet. Nobody's hardly picking that anymore. Then we have what we call pre-bid, and so we'll go in there and catalog everything, and we'll put it on the internet, and they can pre-bid up to the day of the live auction. At about 8 a.m. before the auction, we stop the pre-bidding. So that's our start bid. We don't know their max bid, so it uploads into our computer system, and when we're auctioneering, the clerk can say, hey, I got another bid. So they can still compete. Unfortunately, most of the time, well, not unfortunately, but most of the time the live bidder wins because they're there to touch it and see
Right,
it.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So they understand what it is. But we're also doing a combination of where we're doing live bidding. Well, we have the internet bidding. We've got a antique glass auction coming up with high-end glass. It's carnival glass, and it's going to be both live and internet bidding. So, and we're doing a lot more of those where, it's high-end stuff. We can do that because somebody in California or somebody in Florida or even New York, and that's where some of the money is.
Right.
But we can reach those people. Now with shipping, it's easy. Well, it's not easy. It's a lot to get things wrapped.
Right.
But it's more affordable.
Is the shipping in their bid or the shipping is extra?
We add that extra, yeah.
Especially for something like that.
It's all over the board. We sold a corn head to South Africa.
What do you mean a corn head?
Goes on the front of a combine. And,
okay.
Yeah, and it's a big piece of equipment. It's big as this
The
building.
swather.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we sold that to South Africa, and I was nervous. I thought, no way, we're screwed here. Got the money the next day. They sent over 2 C boxes, took it apart, put it in C boxes, and shipped it.
Oh, they sent how they wanted it shipped? Interesting.
Yeah.
Do they not have access to something like that there? Or?
Makes you wonder. I have no idea. I called our representative that deals with our online stuff. I said, I'm nervous. I said, somebody out of South Africa bought this. Are we going to get paid? He says, oh, yeah, that's one of our best buyers. So, yeah.
Well, what's interesting that you
fascinating.
say that, this is kind of off topic, but so back in North Dakota, they used to have a lot of South Africans that would come to work on the farms. So I didn't know, maybe farming I'm being culturally insensitive now, but maybe is farming their main source of income in some parts of South Africa then? And it must be maybe the same.
Right.
Obviously, you
Type of
can't.
soil or
yeah,
whatever, yeah.
Are they growing wheat and barley and
Oh, yeah.
all of
I'm
that
sure
stuff
they're
over
growing all
there?
the same things we're growing, yes. I mean, Big Pharma's taking all that over. So
Right.
They're going to do anything that makes money. That's,
Yeah, their soil must be the same too.
Yeah. And if it ain't, I'm sure they adapt the product they're making to that.
I think their
Sure.
climate is similar
What was that?
somehow.
Well, that's the issue with agriculture
I've
right
never
now.
been, but I'm a weather nerd.
Oh, you Googled it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I googled it while we were sitting here, but
You can find out anything these days.
Right, exactly. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the online? I thought it would start going back to in person because people are kind of, they want to touch
I love
and
an
they
auction.
feel.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. I mean, the fun thing about going to an auction, it's a social event.
Right.
Yeah, and to see your neighbor bidding against something that you want. We're competitive people by nature.
Right,
So
right.
that's what's awesome. And so you want that competition
Right.
to be there. But it actually is very fun to bid online, to sit there and watch it.
Oh, true.
Because how our online only work, it's almost like being at an auction. It's timed. So let's say we're closing at 8 o'clock. The first lot would start to close at 8 o'clock, and it's timed. So it'll give it a minute. If you bid in that minute, it reopens a new clock. So that item could go on forever.
so that's oh yeah.
as long
So
as
you've
some-
still got the people waiting,
Yes.
waiting it out.
Waiting
yeah.
it out.
Yep.
And I get clients all the time telling me, oh my gosh, my dining room hutch is only at $2.50.
You're like, just wait.
Yeah. 2 weeks or whatever,
So,
yeah.
So those people are waiting and then they,
Yeah.
they bid up. So,
Interesting.
no, it is neat. And I get wrapped up in it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So,
What is the best seller typically at an online auction? Is it farm equipment? Like from your perspective?
gold, jewelry,
Really?
Oh.
and guns, coins.
Okay.
Huh.
Gold, jewelry, guns, and coins. If we have those 3 things in an estate,
You know it's going to be high end then.
yeah. So
Top
we
dollar.
sold 3 bracelets Monday on an online auction. I think they brought $1,800.
So how do you prove that they're real gold?
We check them.
1,800, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
For a bracelet?
There was 3 of them. Yeah, we check them, make sure that all gold's marked with the 10, 14, 18 karat. And if it's not marked, then you got to test it. There's testers, but we don't test everything because we're in a hurry to get things done. So
Right.
I'm sure some stuff gets through the cracks. Silver, it's always marked, sterling or whatever. Everybody thinks that their grandma's spoon set is sterling silver.
You're like, it's not.
No, a lot of it was Oneida, and they did a dang. They're like, well, it tarnishes. I'm like, well, yeah, everything rusts. I mean, so just because it tarnishes, it don't mean it's
right.
silver. So, and it sucks because they've been holding on to that.
Right, thinking that's
this
worth
is
valuable.
something.
Yeah.
Grandma told me that this. Well, Grandma got it.
Grandma lied. No.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, and it's funny though too is in the 50s, 60s, and 70s they had these coupon books. You go to the grocery store, and you'd collect these coupons, and then you'd get like 10 spoons, and then you'd keep grocery shop, and then you get 10 knives, and so that's how those people got that stuff.
Oh, and claiming that they were silver.
So when they handed it down, you just thought, oh my God, they got the whole set. Well,
right.
Your poor grandmas and great grandmas spent hours collecting coupons just to go get that stuff in the grocery store.
And so you see it and you know immediately what it is.
Not immediately.
Or...
You have to check it, but yes, 9 times out of 10, it's not sterling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So.
And then, so that's the top 3, and then what's after that?
Furniture is in the dump.
Furniture's in the dump?
Yeah. If you want to buy quality furniture, this is the time to do it.
Oh.
This generation likes IKEA. So.
Not everyone.
No, I'm telling you, this is the time to do it. What did we just sell? Well, here's the other thing. I just had an auction in Miamisburg. They had pickup yesterday, and there was a flex steel sofa.
Yeah.
Nice sofa.
Right.
Not hardly used, clean home, non-smoker, no pets. Didn't sell.
Are you serious?
Like at all.
At all. Neutral color. It was blue. So.
For flex steel, those things are expensive.
I know.
Why didn't you call her?
Yeah. You had a truck and you want to come get it, I would have made sure you had it.
Anthony and that one.
Yeah. And that's the problem too, though, is that we're in such a, if we need it, we go get it.
Right.
Society.
Right.
Yep.
And so then everyone's like, well, I already have that. Why buy that? You know.
Right.
Recliners, we sell high-end recliners for next to nothing. So leather recliner.
You're looking at me because of my trash picking and my high-end
Yeah.
recliners.
You a dumpster diver?
I have
love
gotten
dumpsters.
2 mission style like leather with the wood on the sides recliners in the last 2 years. People are just putting them on the side of the road. Like
Yeah.
one I got
They
in
don't
an
want 'em,
estate sale
Yeah.
that no one wanted, and then
Sad.
the other one was legit on the side of the road. Like
Well, what's frustrating is that you go to a place and then you walk in, it's all IKEA, and then you're like, oh, this particle board, it's.
You're like,
might as well-
this
Yes.
isn't, right.
Yeah.
This isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. So, and what's funny too, though, that we're finding that there's certain things on the internet that sell that we didn't sell before. We'd have to group it, but like dehumidifiers and standing heaters for some reason
Those sell
those
individually
sell.
now?
Yeah. Before we make a big group, but if you go buy a dehumidifier nowadays, $300.
Yeah. If you
So
want a nice one.
you can get
yeah.
one for $80 that works and it's nice shape.
Right. So how do you decide what to group and what not to group? Just from experience as
Yeah.
to what sells and
Yeah.
what doesn't?
Yeah. So
you-
China, if you entertain.
Do people buy China? I was going to say.
It's sad. Noritake was like huge
Uh-huh.
in the 90s, and he'd give that stuff away.
Wow. So you have to group that grandma's China
We try,
with something
'cause
else.
We
but-
don't group it now because people get mad. They're like, that's grandma's China. You need to sell it by itself. And then you're like, oh, gosh.
And you're like, it's not going to sell.
can you tell, like, when you're in person and you're doing, like, an estate auction, can you tell what's going to sell and what isn't just based on the people that are there? Are you finding that it's all different?
It's all
Ages.
80% of the time, there's something that just always blows your mind. You're thinking, what the heck?
I got in a throwdown with a couple of old guys at an auction a couple of years ago over a red phone. And I didn't know that it was the bat phone until like 2 years later. And my dad said something to me and I was like, oh my God, that's why those guys were so pissed. We were all they were like, why do you even want this? And I was like, I'm using it for marketing.
And they wanted to actually use it.
Yes. They were going to use it as a phone, as a corded phone. Yes.
Yeah, that's funny. No, and that's mid-modern century is hot right now.
Right. It's been hot
But
for a
it's
while,
got to
though.
be in good shape. Though,
Right.
too. If it's,
Yeah.
if it's a pet home and there's dander, they won't buy it. But,
Oh, man.
that stuff seems to be still pretty steady. But you can still get deals on that. So if you're paying attention. We had a coffee table and end tables that was mid-modern century this week that didn't sell. And nobody has coffee tables.
That's a good point.
So
That's a good
the end
point.
tables. I mean, it was a beautiful piece, all wood. It was made well. So
what do you do with it? Where did you take those items?
What
a lot of times we
Yeah.
put them out and people take them.
Yeah.
And we'll say,
They won't buy them, but they'll take them. Is that what you're saying?
They come back. They just circle back later. Who would do
All right,
that?
let's start talking about the good side of the auction business. Oh my God, Lucky's giving away furniture.
I'm just getting tips. So that's all I'm doing.
Yeah. So no, I mean it's all up to the owner. They still own the product. So some of them say, no, I'm going to try it on Marketplace. Or
Right,
I'm gonna,
right.
And then they call us and say, hey, you got anybody come dump this?
Yeah.
So we just did one in Eaton, Ohio, and beautiful home, high-end stuff, everything. They had money and they did everything they bought was high-end. And we sold 2 rings simultaneously all day long. That's how much stuff was in this house. It was,
Wow.
What?
Yeah, and it was packed. And the lady loved the holidays. So there was everything Christmas, everything Halloween, everything. And there was one room like this big that was just Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And I guess she would bring that out the day, the week of. Yeah, old school here, huh? And then she had a baby grand player piano, which did well. But, I mean, she had nice stuff. Everything was, their mowers were John Deere. We sold their car. I mean, everything was high-end. So.
Did you sell the house, too?
No, the house already
sold?
was a referral from a realtor. I get a lot of those. And she... I told her, I said, the day of the auction, you need to be here. We'll introduce you. And she was. She did a good job. I was pretty impressed. And she was there, and she had 3 offers that weekend. Sold the home before we can even get the house emptied out.
Oh, wow. That's good. Because do you do many home sale
Yeah, I think...
on auction?
Yeah, we probably
Is that
do.
not a thing anymore?
No, we still do. And they still... That's actually... a good thing to do right now in this market because the inspection deal is killing everybody. And when we sell at auction, we set the terms.
Right.
And then the price is determined by the buyers.
Right.
So, and we also protect our sellers by doing it contingent to approval. So that's part of the terms. So we could, let's just say we're
Unless
selling
it's cash.
$500,000. Even then, it takes 2 weeks to close one.
Right.
You still got to go through that process of title search and all that. But what does help us in that aspect is it's not subject to inspections and not subject to appraisal. That's the big thing. So let's say you bought a $300,000 home for $500,000, you're still liable.
You're in it.
You're still liable for that $200,000.
Just because you got carried away doesn't mean, yeah.
And we also make them put 10% down, which is non-refundable. So it's not like we're taking earnest money. We're taking non-refundable deposits.
We're taking your money.
Yes. So, I mean,
figure it
$500,000, you put 10% down, you're going to find a way to get that thing closed.
Right. Right.
So, but
That's funny.
yeah, and so we do that. A lot of times it is estate related because when we show up, they're looking to sell not only the personal property, but the real estate.
Have you seen an increase in that? Like with maybe boomers like being ready to leave their houses or not so much?
It's kind of goes in cycles. And a lot of people that know that their house needs a little bit of work, maybe some paint, carpets, whatever, they like that better because then they can set the rules.
Yeah.
So, and you guys are probably seeing this. I mean, how we see it over there is unless it's a turnkey property, it ain't going to sell right away.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And pricing is adjusting. So you got to be open to all that.
Right. Right.
But,
So how do you know what goes on? So when you're doing estate sales, how do you decide what's online and what's online in person and what's in person and that sort of thing?
just what's there.
The quantity?
Yeah, it's just like that estate that I was telling you 2 weeks ago had all the nice stuff. There was too much for us to do online. We would have been selling. I would have just listed the whole room, Christmas room, take it all. It'd have been too
bids,
much.
$1,000.
Yes. So it was just easier for us to take a group of people down there and say, okay, we're going to sell this shelf full, or tell me what you want, and then we'll sell that item. So somebody pulls out Santa Claus, and I want this one. All right, $5, $7.50, and it sold $5.
I was going to get you to do it before we left here today. You weren't leaving without
That
doing a
wouldn't even
blip.
good. That was terrible.
We'll auction off this bottle at the
Okay.
end.
Yeah. Let's start drinking. I've made a rule not to auctioneer when I'm drunk, so you're gonna have to stop me.
Not drinking, but drunk.
Drunk. Well, so you'll have to stop me.
Oh, funny.
But anyways.
So do you still do livestock? So you do. So estates are the second top.
Oh no, estates
What?
are what I do for a living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but then
And
then
livestock's-
sprinkle in other things.
Yeah. So like when I do livestock, it's just mostly ours. Or we go to New Mexico and sell some pigs there, and I do sell there and stuff. But
Oh, you do.
It's like my.
So do you have to be licensed? Do
You
you have
do
to
in
be
Ohio?
licensed as a? Okay.
It's state by state. Ohio requires you to take auctioneer school, which I went
Do
to.
you have CE to do too?
Or like, what does that entail? Are you like practicing?
You practice a lot.
A lot.
Then they go over laws.
Oh.
So, but I think there's 3 parts of it. And it's
I
been
think.
20 some odd years, 30 years ago. But there's law, auctioning, and then business part of it. So
Okay.
that's what they teach you at auction.
Oh, okay.
So
That's interesting.
the business part, you don't. It's a waste of time, but because they teach you it, and you don't. I mean, you think, okay, well, I'm going to go out and start an auction business. Well,
It's not how it really works.
yeah, you get out in the real world. It's like, oh, wait a second here. They didn't tell me this was going to happen. You mean I got to carry that piano from the second floor downstairs? So, I always tell people I went into 2 business: furniture moving and auctions.
They do go hand in hand,
Right,
but
I'm tired of moving pianos. They're so terrible too. You can't sell them. And
no, I
when
had
you do-
one. Yeah,
When you do sell them, you might as well set up a hernia surgery because
it's happening.
you're screwed.
Something's gonna happen
Yeah,
when you move
something's
it.
gonna
Got
happen
it. Got
bad.
it. Hire a professional.
Yeah. So, well, and like that baby grand, we put specifically in the ad that you need to hire a mover to move this because, somebody buys it for a couple $100, they're not going to hire a mover. They're going to just, Luckily, it sold for pretty good money.
I was wondering. Yeah.
I think it brought like 15.
They didn't just bring their neighbors and kind
Yeah.
of like
No.
muscle up on
Yeah.
it.
And it was kind of cool. You felt good about it because the guy that bought it, he bought it for his daughter. And, she was taking piano lessons, which you don't ever hear of anymore.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So it was like neat that it went to somebody who was going to actually.
Just use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Not just an entertainment piece.
yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Space taker upper.
Oh, auction license. So it's by state. And
So you can. So if a state, say Kentucky, doesn't require a license, you can go down there. Someone hires you. You can just go down there and do.
yes, which it used to be that side of the Mississippi. Nobody was licensed. I'm telling you, the Mississippi it separates.
It
this
really
country.
is.
It does separates this country. I mean, you get. I should be on that side of the Mississippi. Honest to God, the stuff I say and do doesn't go very well.
It doesn't go very well on this side of the Mississippi.
I'm not.
We were in an interesting conversation within 5 minutes of him being here this morning. No cameras.
Yeah.
And then it got more interesting when you got here.
You make me cry. But anyways, now Texas requires, I think California. I don't know. Some of the bigger states out west require to have a license, but like New Mexico doesn't require it. But there are municipalities that may say,
They can make their own rules.
So, but it's gotten out of hand, and even in real estate, you guys know, there's so many. Everybody's so worried about covering their rear ends. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's changed a lot.
Oh yeah,
Since
it's
1996.
yeah. Which is frustrating because you're requiring us to do all these licensing and everything, and it's mostly about the state getting more money. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what it comes down
that
to,
tracks.
if you do somebody wrong, they're going to sue you.
Right.
That's why we have lawyers and judges and stuff like
Right,
that. So
right.
why are we having to follow these rules when in the end, what really is going to happen is if you're doing business wrong, you're going to get sued. You're going to lose.
Right.
So
it's karma.
now they're
also.
just making us people that are trying to do it right go through hoops that don't matter.
Right. Right.
And that's when you get tricked up too, because then you're like, oh, is this right or wrong?
Right. You double. Yeah. You
Oh, yeah.
double back.
You don't
Yes.
know-
Wait a
yeah.
second. Did I do this right? Yeah.
Right. So
Yes.
then you're like, so it's like, I don't know. To me, it's a big scam. But anyways, we're here to talk about auctioneering.
He doesn't want to get into that.
No, I love what I do. I honestly, it was a blessing. And for years it was frustrating because, when a job's a job, it's a job's a job. But I think that's the worst thing we ever tell our kids, find something you love to do, and it'll be the easiest thing you ever do.
Right,
in your life.
right. And you're like,
I love doing this.
Still a job. Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
work. And
Right.
there's days I'm like, what do you mean you want me to put a tire on that tractor for this client that I hardly like or whatever? So you go do it because it's part of the job.
Right.
But you didn't enjoy doing that. But I do. When it comes down to the end, I love what I do. So stop telling your kids that.
Yes, sir.
Honestly,
I mean, it's better than doing something you don't like.
well, that's
Right,
true,
right.
but
It's
still,
still
everything
work.
is
You like
work.
changing
And that's
still
that's-
is-
we're teaching them not to work.
Oh,
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
Yes,
So
that's
they're
a true
like,
statement.
well, he said this was going to be easy. Well, I didn't ever say that. I said you'll love it in the end.
Right.
So.
Right. So do you find that this is like an outdated? I don't want to. So like all these plumbing, electrician, like nobody wants to do that anymore, right? They want to sit behind a computer and program and whatever.
Funny,
So,
those guys are making more money than realtors.
We know.
correct. But anyway,
Thanks, Lucky.
But yeah,
but anyway, do you find this as like a dying? I don't want to say
No,
dying, but
no,
like,
the internet
or the
changed
younger
it.
kids.
It's just
are they-
changing.
Oh, it's just
It's more
changing.
thing.
the internet's changed. If you're going through auctioneer
Well, it's
school
eBay.
right now, yeah.
People are
and
flipping
even
shoes
the
and flipping
software
everything.
that we use is through a company called HiBid. And if you go to HiBid, there's millions of auctions around the world. Millions. I mean,
Because anyone can. But do you have to be? So do you have to be licensed to do those big online?
it used to not be, but I just talked to somebody that just got licensed, and I'm like, "Why'd you get licensed?" Because they're a furniture dealer, and they buy a lot from us. And she was telling me that HiBid required her to turn in her license.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if the rules have changed on that, but it used to. I mean, the internet's a wild, wild west.
Right.
And in Ohio, until I think a year or two ago, you didn't have to be licensed to have an internet auction. And actually, you still don't have to be licensed to have an internet auction. The way I read the rule, which is frustrating, because I'm not sure the rule's right. But what it says is that if you are an auctioneer,
Then you have to have a license.
then you have to treat a online auction as a licensed auction.
But if you're not licensed, you can do whatever.
Then it doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah, yeah.
You can just sell
Well, and
multiple
how
items.
are they gonna police it if you're an eBay seller?
Right.
You're actually in the auction business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So how
If
are they
you're
gonna-
flipping shoes, you're in the auction business,
Yeah,
right?
how are you gonna police that? You can't police it. So
You can't police a lot of this online
I know.
stuff.
yeah. Well, yeah. So anyways, that's where I get so frustrated with me. And nowadays, you guys probably see this more. And I'm starting to fight it because I do work in this area. But you're seeing a lot of the estate sales where they go and price everything, and then they let their antique buddies in first.
Oh.
And there's nothing left by
Yeah,
the time.
they go in and they take all the good stuff, and then they have this weekend long, estate sale
Of
and,
nothing.
and then by Sunday everything's marked
Half off.
half off,
Yeah.
quarter, and so that's the difference with us. We start low and go high. With them, they start high and then they go low.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So, and we have competitive bidding, where if you're doing an estate sale, you don't have competitive bidding. You don't have, and yes, there's deals to be had at auctions. I'll be the first to admit. That's why I like auctions too. Sometimes you get something and you're like, oh man, I got a deal on that.
Right. Right.
Trust me, my house is furnished with stuff from auctions. So I was told I had to buy a washer and dryer one year, and that went bad. It was funny. Yeah, front loads aren't what they should have been, but so
No. Everybody wants to leave their front loader behind.
Yeah.
behind,
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause they hate
everybody's
'em.
going
Yeah,
to top
They
load.
look good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to buy one for Mother's Day one year.
Oh, I'm sure she enjoyed that.
Yeah, she hated it too. So now we're back to buying auction washer and dryers.
The top
There's
loader.
less
Top
things
load.
to break on those. Really?
Yeah, and they're serviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ones
We've
that-
had this conversation.
yeah.
That's refrigerators too.
Speed Queen, not playing with this is a plug, but find a Speed Queen, buy it.
That
washer?
is what
That's a
they
washer?
told me. Those are the ones they use in the laundromat. They last forever.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where do you find them? Just auctions?
No, I mean they sell them.
They sell them at they sell them at Big Sandy's.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
they're like millions of dollars because they
Well,
last
they are
so
at the
long?
store, but-
okay, but if you get
Yeah,
them
I
at
think-
auction.
I think we paid $400 a piece for ours. And,
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really
So
good.
yeah, and I think we looked at dirty secret here. We looked it
going
up. And they're
underground
like
again.
they were like $2,000 washers. So then my wife was like, "Oh, well, there's warranty here. So she called the company and says, hey, I got the warranty. And they said, oh, yeah, send us. So they transferred the warranties and now.
On your $400 washers.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, that's their warranty.
That's what
though.
you need to get, though, because you can... They will work on them, and they said you can get, like, the parts don't change, so it's just the same thing. That's what you're looking for. You need Speed Queen everything.
Right, it sounds like it.
Look at us plugging this. We want money from you, Speed Queen.
Send us products.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll put your washer in
We
the
will.
corner. We'll do laundry while you guys sip on
We have
bourbon.
plenty of laundry. Stephanie can
Yes,
wash
we do
all the
plenty of
sports
laundry.
stuff.
Oh, man.
Sponsored by Speed Queen.
Right.
I can't probably say that. That's not true.
We
got
all
editing?
know. We know.
Yeah, she won't edit that. She'll
She's
leave
bored
it.
by this point in time.
Right.
Crap. Okay. I'm
She's
still
like,
watching what I'm saying here.
She's
I'm
like,
hoping
they're
you
still
edit
talking
this
about
stuff.
Speed Queens.
That's edit.
Anyways. Edit the part about what I said about kids. Go do what you love, kids.
But it will still feel like work. Like, I love what I do, but man, some days
Yeah.
it's just like...
Yeah, we was talking that before about certain clients, and
Yep.
it's like, you see it coming, you're like, oh man, this is gonna be a fun one. So
Well, that means
Oh, we're starting to
people.
die. We've
Uh-oh.
lost one.
Oh, shoot.
Lucky,
Can
what do you want
open up the
everyone
door
to
then?
know?
Yeah.
I don't know. We've talked a lot about it. We've laughed more than we've talked.
Right. Well, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
We just want to make.
We'll
people
make sure
laugh.
that you've got your plugs in there where
All
people
right,
can find
cool.
you, and then...
You want me to auctioneer?
Yes,
I do,
want you to
actually,
auction
yes.
off my coffee cup.
Hit $45 to $50, $50 to $55, down $60, $65, $70. You guys are supposed to
Dollars?
be raising your hands.
No, you gotta wait. I wait until you go low.
No, I'm off. I'm already.
You're
for the
off and
races.
running.
You're gone. 65, 70 now, 100 and a quarter, quarter and a quarter, quarter and a 50.
100
What if you just
150,
wait?
175, two and a quarter and a quarter. See, that's
you got
another dirty
people-
thing about the auction is that you just never know.
You just keep on going, and people are like,
People are like, wait a minute,
did I miss?
he's already way up there.
Yes. It must be good. He's
Right.
asking for
Somebody's bidding.
Someone's raising their
Someone's
hand.
over there winking or something.
He's like, yeah.
That is a dirty trick. Do you actually do that?
No. Wait,
That's why there's. That's
I did
why there's
cars
laws.
for 18 years. Maybe I did. 18 years. Back when I was doing cars. That's different.
That was smooth though.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Bourbon.
Do you wear that? Do you wear the hat? You said you usually wear a hat.
Yeah.
You wear the big hat?
Yeah, cowboy hat.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
I grew up that side of the Mississippi. Everybody wore a cowboy hat. We wore cowboy hats to school.
In New Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, it was like you either had a cowboy hat or a baseball cap on.
Always. You could
Yeah.
wear a hat to school.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
I had a gun rack too. Took my guns to school. That
It's
side
the
of
wild, wild west.
Well,
Yeah.
And New Mexico is a crazy state too, because it's the most beautiful state there is.
Well, I've heard the skies are more beautiful
Everything,
than anything.
everything's the scenery, and you can do anything. You can do mountains, desert. You can go into a valley with lush agriculture. It's a great state.
Would you ever move back there?
I was about to ask the same.
yeah. No, I'm retiring soon.
Well, yeah. Are you gonna move back there?
I'm not. I'm a nomad. I travel.
Just gonna
So,
take your.
I would
camper
never
out.
live in one place again after I retire. Yeah, I bought a midlife crisis. I'm itching to use it. Yeah.
Not a convertible.
No, I'm
Yeah.
a big man. I can't get in a convertible. I bought a bus.
Winnipeg. A bus.
A bus.
Are you refurbishing it?
No, it's ready to roll.
Oh, it's ready to go.
Yeah, we've used it.
Got it
We're
at
using
auction?
No, darn it. No. So,
It's ready to use.
yeah, we use
Oh.
it often. Not often enough.
Right.
You're about to though.
I would say 5 years. So
Interesting.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. I'm simple. Bourbon. Well, it used to be Bush Light and bologna sandwiches.
You've upgraded now.
I've upgraded. I'm bourbon and steak.
Oh, yes, you have upgraded.
Okay.
Anyway,
Evolution.
yeah. Old age.
Right. Your taste buds are more refined now.
Oh, we
yeah.
have lost
one
too.
camera left.
All right.
Done deal.
Thanks for coming
How
on.
long do they last?
This is great. Usually an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Damn, that didn't seem like an hour.
No, it didn't.
And I, you know
was
what
a little
the best
more than an
part
hour,
talk about you?
actually.
I didn't have to do this.
Now Google pumpernickel.